Hello and welcome to Faith, Hope, Love Game Development Channel. This is Randy, and today I'd just like to share an update with you guys on the progress on the game. And I was in a vacation over Christmas, so I wasn't able to record my progress, but I, I did some work on it. I worked on it on the plane and during downtime. I was able to do some relevant changes. So uh, previously, I did a video on. I did a what do you call that? A video on spawning floors, level floors, randomly. Well, not randomly, but controlled um, randomly in the space. So what I did, I was able to translate that to C++. So now I do have a component which I call level gen component. I attach it to the game mode, and then from there, whenever you start the game, um, it would generate floors for the player. Basically, the same as what I did in the blueprint, and then I translated that to. I was pretty happy with it, so I translated it to C++, and there was a lot of learning for me, especially that I'm new to C++ programming. Um, Before that, I did some web development, but j- just that. So anyway, so I have this floor generating system. Um, the next thing I did, which I have on another video without audio, because I recorded that on the plane, um, was I did have two other characters. So our hero, which we named Hope, would have two other characters, and which the player would encounter throughout the game on specific levels. And the first one would be Faith, and Faith is a um, is a mage character. So it can typically it can throw whatever fireballs or explosions from a distance, but it has lower life. And then the other character would be Love, and Love, which which the player would save at the later level, would be able to heal them. So these two AIs would be following the character all throughout, and even during combat, it would also attack the enemies. So that's what I did on the previous video. Then after that, I worked again on the component, level generator component, and I added a function where um, after creating a floor, it would create actors on it. I call them environment actors. So this would be let me see. I have several types of environment actors, and um, where is that? So I have my enumerations. There I go. So I have enviro actor shelf, bench, flower, grass, light tower, puddle, shrub, space healing, and then space library, and then statue and tree. So I started with flower, grass, shrub, and tree because it's I just want to see how it works. I just needed something, so I did so this function would generate after. Okay, let me show that. So after generating each floor, the function would then generate these actors. Let me show you, and this is how it works now. Um, Whenever I remove everything, nothing's in there, and then whenever I click play, it would generate a floor for me, and then the actors in it. At the moment, the environment actors are not animated because it was just a quick one for I forgot what you call that, but it was just for mock-up, just to see how it works. I was able to set the number of actors to spawn on the level, on each level. So as you see, there's this divider in there. I have to fix that later, but this is one floor generated by the floor generator function. And then after that, each of these actors are generated, but this is actually a generic actor BP, which is environment. Where is that? Which is what I call BP underscore FHL base enviro actor. So this actor has a sprite, a collision body, and a box mesh. The box mesh I just used for debugging. And as you can see, let me see. Let's see how it looks. So prior to that, it looks like this. And I want to see where the actor spacing is. And I use the cubes, which is 100 by 100 Unreal units, to know that they were spawned in line. So there's that, and then once the actor is spawned, and it has a generic sprite, then I would trigger within the actor specific functions to initiate the design of the actor. So now I would set the sprite. I would get the location randomly set by the level generator, and within the FHL base enviro actor.cpp, it would randomly assign a actor level, enviro actor type, and it could be a tree, and it could be right now it could be a tree, it could be a flower, it could be a grass, or it could be a shrub. Now I haven't given any weights to how random that would be yet, and I would have to do that later on because I don't want it to be very similar. So I would want one floor to be more trees and less grass, and then some floors or even some levels would be less grass, more trees, or more grass, less trees, for example, or rocks. So I would do that later on, but at least that's what the system is doing at the moment. That's what I have right now. So now, so whenever an actor is spawned on that specific level, the information is the properties are changed. So the sprite would be set based on the randomly assigned sprite, and then the location would be adjusted again based on the height, because initially it would go it would spawn right where the floor of the level is, which is 0z is 0, and then now I would want to adjust the actor as it is spawned, or right after it's spawned, to adjust based on the height of the sprite. And then the box collision would be set. Some actors will not have box collisions because it just doesn't make sense. So for example, grass or flower, the player can just walk through it. But if it's a tree, then it does have that collision. Yeah, so that's basically it. I let me see. So I also did a collision on on the mesh, on the sprite. So um, let me show this quickly. How do I do that? All right. So you'd see the collision, and then let's open the player character. Um, I'm still looking for a better solution, but I think this is how many, at least based on my Google search, many are doing it. So I'm on the camera boom itself. I added a camera collision. Let's see if you can see that hidden in game. I added a camera collision right there. So it is as long as the camera boom. Now, whenever there is a overlap um, between the sprite and the player character's cam collision capsule, then I set the sprite visibility to 0 or to hidden. This is just to test the system, but I would really want this to trigger like a change in opacity for the sprite. I haven't done that yet. I was doing it at the airport and my connection was limited, so that's one of the things I have to do next, to change the opacity. So you would see, instead of having there's a collision, so instead of having the sprites disappear, it would just fade in and fade out whenever you have that from the player, whenever the player passes behind it. So that's the capsule collision working with the sprite. And by the way, I had to do some changes on the flipbooks. Where is that? Environment flipbooks, tropical flipbooks. So we got, for example, the tree. I had to change it from no collision to first frame collision, and it works just any other collision box. And what else? Okay, let me see. So yeah, that's where I am. So one of my tasks would be the opacity change. I would also have to do work on maybe work on my other environment actors. I would explain later. I already have some ideas on how the game would work with, some of the dynamics like healing and combat, and then how would the AIs behave on specific situations. So I would have to work on that, and I would share that later on. I already did some sketches. Yeah. So that's it, and thanks for spending watching our video for today, and I will be sharing some more in the next few days. Thanks for your time, and once again, have a good day.